Good morning, Terryville High School. Today is Friday, May 23rd. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated for a moment of silence. It's Memorial Weekend, and it's a great time to take a moment and honor the sacrifices that veterans have made for our freedom. So our segment this week is on a video about a local veteran who was killed in action in Afghanistan. This film has won first place in the Connecticut Student Film Festival under the Outstanding Historical Documentary category.
He was in the military for 22 years.
He always strived to do his best, and you figure for a man of his age to be running 17 miles a day. And I asked why he did that, and he said, well, you know, when you're training 18-year-olds, you can't ask them to do something that you can't do. He was in a helicopter crash in Afghanistan. They took off, and they were having a problem with the helicopter, and they went to land it, but it landed on a berm, and it tipped, and it caught fire. We saved quite a few people in there, but unfortunately.
He absolutely loved his job, and there's nothing else he would have rather done. And I says, why do you want to go over there? He says, because Joe, you don't want them coming over here. They told us they had had a helicopter crash. There were several survivors, but there were some dead, and they considered him missing in action. I made a phone call. What the lady said was, all the survivors have been identified. And I knew that Philip hadn't been accounted for. We have his bones, his ashes, up at St. Joe's in Terryville. But the flesh and that had burnt was all commingled with the other 4 servicemen, and those are interred at Arlington.
People in general should be more understanding of what these people have done.
Tim Bobrowski, who owns Quail Hollow Village, some time ago dedicated his grandfather's flag to my brother, and have it at the Quail Hollow Village where we could put a plaque to my brother, seeing as he was from Terryville. We just don't want Terryville to forget that they're over there fighting for us, because we don't want them coming over here.
I wish there were more people like Philip. He never said a bad word about people. He always respected the people that he worked with and for. Just a terrific man.
He was a man of integrity. You know, he knew his responsibilities, and he saw a path for himself, and he followed it. Some of the things that he did in the service, we cannot even comprehend, and we didn't know anything about it until we read his dossier, and it's just amazing. He never wanted fanfare when he was home. He just says, I don't want anybody making any announcements in the papers or anything like that, because, you know, it would have jeopardized what he was doing. So he was quiet about that, you know, but, you know, like you say, you know, you walk softly and carry a big stick, and that's what he did.
Have a great extended weekend, and be sure to thank a veteran.